Hello YouTube, Salivate Metal here. I was looking on CNN's webpage with the headline "Stunning Turnabout," and we can see this quite fascinating image here showing the how quickly the political landscape can change here. So this photo from April captures the 2016 political upheavals. We have Great Britain. Cameron is gone, and Obama is going. Francis Hollande is going. And as of this past weekend, Matteo Renzi is going. The only one left for now is Angela Merkel. And I think that's part and parcel to Germany's is probably the strongest country in the European Union. Well, without a doubt they are. But the euro is in trouble. And it seems, CNN's play on this is that it is noting it as the rise of populism. But I'm not really sure how you would define that word, but I see it more as a referendum on globalism. And we've seen a lot happen with Brexit was kind of the first wave of that. And of course, that led to David Cameron, resigning his post. And so very quite interesting indeed to see what's going on here and around the Western world. And I think it's a turnabout of realizing that, when a government is furthest away from the people, it is less and less accountable to the people for which it served. And when it extends beyond national borders, it becomes even less accountable. And I think that's what you're saying with the European Union. And when they're less accountable, they're more likely to get into financial trouble as well as other kinds of trouble. And I think we're seeing that with the European Union. So quite fascinating indeed. Matteo Renzi is the latest victim of this referendum when he wanted for his call for constitutional reform, which was closer to a more of a globalist type of ideal, and the voters resoundingly opposed it. So this is promising, I think, to see this trend happening around the Western world, and we shall see how it all plays out. How these different nations and what the results of them will be, is certainly a different matter in each of the countries for which they represent. But I think people are realizing that the euro is in trouble in and of itself, and I think that's part and parcel to the kinds of the ways that the European Union has been operating since its inception. So quite fascinating indeed. Here in the United States, we in a surprise election, we elected Donald Trump, who is definitely not a globalist, and so it's going to be interesting to see how these events play out. In the end, we want strong currencies for our countries moving forward, no matter what country you live in. And so maybe this is a referendum on that, where maybe we'll have a rules-based monetary system in some of these nations moving forward. If, let's say, Italy makes the next move and votes to leave the European Union, which some are saying that Italy in and of itself might be the beginning of the slow move to the death of the European Union. But let's say they go back to the lira. If they have a rules-based monetary system, where there's some system of checks and balances for their money to keep it strong and stable, like we need here in the U.S. A rules-based, which I think could part of that could be a gold standard of some sort, as long as it's done the right way. We shall see how it all plays out, but certainly fascinating to see these events happen. The banks in Italy are in trouble as well, and we'll see how that all plays out. But post your thoughts below on this trend. Is this the beginning of the end of the European Union? And is it the beginning of the end of a global currency, which many of us fear of a global currency, and with the digitization, so many of different currencies around the world and digitized banking, is this something that will postpone that? We shall see where it all leads. I'd like to extend the multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.